The UAE citizenship versus the St. Kitts citizenship, which is the better passport to try and get? Well, that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. And if you want to get more videos too as they come out, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Let's look at the differences. The UAE has visa-free or visa-free on arrival access to 171 countries and territories, whereas the St. Kitts passport and citizenship will actually allow you to go to 152 countries. Both countries have visa-free travel to the Schengen countries, but if you look at the difference in the 19 extra countries that you get with a UAE passport, you would more than likely never go to those countries. And if you look at those countries and study them, if you have any countries that you think you would want to go to, it would probably be very, very few. Plus, I would gladly give up those extra 19 countries to go to with a country that offers dual citizenship, such as St. Kitts, than the UAE that does not offer dual citizenship. And this is a key thing you have to look at. I've said this in many videos before, that Singapore and Japan have more visa-free countries that you can travel to than any of the other countries in the world. But I would never choose either one of those countries over a St. Kitts passport, because neither of these countries offer dual citizenship. And Singapore has a military requirement also, after you get the citizenship there. Remember this, when a country does not allow you dual citizenship, that country is basically telling you that they want to control your travel. And by controlling your travel, you've lost all sort of freedom. And if you have a problem in that country, you're sunk, because if that country cancels your passport, chooses to not renew it, then you're stuck. You can't travel at all. And if you're outside the country, you can't renew visas, cellulars, because they all require valid passports to do that. But if you only have a passport in that one country, then you're stuck. You can't do anything. You can't travel. You can't renew anything. You can't work. It's a real mess. St. Kitts allows dual citizenship, and the UAE does not allow dual citizenship. This is one of the most important things. I would put that over visa-free travel any day of the week. And there's not that much difference in the visa-free travel anyway. The UAE also is run by a dictator, whereas St. Kitts has a democracy with elected officials. That has a lot to do with the country that I would pick. Both countries don't have an income tax. St. Kitts is an English-speaking country, but does not require you to know English to get the passport if you're willing to go through the citizenship by investment route, which will take you about 4 months to get approved. The UAE is an Arabic country, and you'll have to know Arabic and reside in the UAE for 30 years before you can apply for the passport. And that passport is not guaranteed to get even after you apply after 30 years of residency. You can obtain citizenship through marriage in the UAE. A female foreigner married an Emirati male can get citizenship if the marriage lasts for at least 3 years. In this case, you'll be naturalized in the UAE as a citizen after 10 years of living in the country instead of the 30-year wait for the usual naturalization process. But that's if you're marrying a national. If the female subsequently divorces and marries someone from outside the UAE, then her citizenship can actually be voided. And this is a real problem. I think that's a real bad issue right there, just that alone, because that could leave you stateless. A male will never get a UAE citizenship if he marries a female Emirati. And this is a real problem, because I wouldn't even attempt to try to, if you're a male marrying a female Emirati, it's a total waste of time. I wouldn't even consider it. I've gone through quite a few videos, and I've highlighted really important steps that you ought to remember. And one of them is, remember, a good fast-track citizenship program has the following traits that I try to go through, and I wouldn't bypass any of these when you're trying to make a decision. And they are, always get a citizenship program that you know you can get as long as you've got no civil or criminal past. A lot of these citizenship by residency type countries don't go by the statutory requirements after the minimum residency requirements have been met, therefore messing up your plans for a passport in a reasonable amount of time. And also make sure that the country that you're applying with has no military requirements to get the passport. And number 3 is make sure the tax system that is in place for that country is either a territorial or pure tax haven and does not tax worldwide income on investment income. Now, both St. Kitts and the UAE do have a tax haven status, so that's good. But the dual citizenship is the part I don't like, and the time period it takes to get the passport and the language requirement. If you don't know Arabic, you're having to pass that test, and that's 30 years down the road if you can get it. Remember, applying after 30 years is not guaranteed you're going to get that passport. And number 4 is make sure that if there is a language requirement, that you're already fluent in that language before you're actually applying or don't apply. In other words, if you don't know Arabic, I would advise you not even try to consider it at all, trying to get citizenship in the UAE. And number 5 is always verify that the dual citizenship is allowed, or don't engage in that program. That's a big plus right there. That's more important to me than a few extra countries that you can go to. And you want to, and number 6 is you want to get into a passport that has as many visa-free countries that you can get. And both of those countries have very good visa-free travel. They both have visa-free travel to the Schengen countries. And number 7 is remember that a lot of these countries reserve their most lucrative business opportunities like insurance, real estate, retail, and other businesses or business opportunities to citizens. So if it takes you years and years and years to get citizenship, you're going to be barred out from from a lot of these restricted businesses or business opportunities while you wait to get the citizenship. Now, the UAE, for instance, if you want to get involved with selling local real estate, an Emirati has to own 100% of the company. And this is one of the things I'm talking about right there. In St. Kitts, it's not that way. You can get the citizenship like in 4 months, and you don't have any discrimination between economic citizens and regular citizens. So you can get involved with any business opportunity that you want. Now, and also number 8 is also when you move to a new country where you don't know the language, it can take you 3 times longer to get things done. I will tell you this. UAE isn't English. There are people that speak English there. I lived there for 4 years, but I'm going to tell you it's a rough English. I really struggled to try to get people to communicate with me. And there was a lot of people I could not communicate with, even in Dubai. And when you get outside of Dubai, it's very difficult to talk to some people, especially in places like Sharjah and other emirate areas. Also, if you want to learn more on how to legally get your taxes to 0 or close to 0, or you want to get a passport as quick as 3 months, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen. You'll get new videos as they come out automatically. And I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, if you'll put it below, I'll get back to you right away. And also, number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and hit the button at the top of the homepage that says Apply with Us and fill out the questions. And then hit back the button that says Send to Us, and we can help you get started. We deal with about 74 citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries I think you'd be interested in learning about. We especially like St. Kitts and Antigua because of many of the reasons I told you in this video. But if you want other countries, we deal with other countries too, and we can give you the ins and outs of both of them. And thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to talking to you on the next one. Take care.